All right, everybody. How's it going? All right, everybody. This is Dodgy Yeti, and this is the Thicc Boi Hours podcast with Chris Jones and Q, aka Short Round. And we missed the last episode because little life update. I bought a house and was moving and had to make some repairs to the house before we can move. So that all kind of got in the way, but we are back now. And how's everybody's life been with the little bit of a break from doing the podcast? Any other people have some?
Not me. I've been extremely sad and distraught. I could barely contain myself. Almost jumped off a bridge. No, I'm just kidding. Getting ready for lots of overtime next month, so I'll be. We'll talk about next month's podcast later on, but every day
Yeah,
next month, gotta make that money, son.
fair enough. Fair enough. Any new decks or anything that you're making or anything
Act,
of the sort?
actually, yeah, I got this. I finished. Well, I'm waiting for cards in the mail, but I got this Team Eldrazi deck that I've been playing. It's a lot of fun, but literally Thursday last week, not the Thursday we just had a few days ago, I found me and Riley have both been looking just for interesting decks that no one really plays, trying to find something that's you know, grabbed our attention for a while because usually we will build something, we kind of get bored after a while, and want to go on to build the next thing. But I found this deck. I was looking for, if you guys remember, I used to have a 4-color control deck that played Lutri. It
Mm-hmm.
played the corruption counter planeswalker. I was ragging on for a long time that Skags liked. You remember
Mhm,
the corruption counter planeswalker? Yeah.
mhm.
I was looking for 4 and 5 color control decks for Lutri, and I'm like, I'm not finding anything. And then randomly this 5-color control deck popped up on Goldfish that's in the metagame. Granted, page 2 at the very bottom of the time that I found it, but still considered part of the metagame.
So it's got like what
But
0.2% played or something.
at the time, there was 2 decks.
Hey, see, those
But
are the fun. Those are the fun decks, though.
but it's a 5-color control deck that plays Karuga as a companion. That's the one that says everything in your deck has to cost 3 or more. So what it is it plays like Solitude, Subtlety, but even though it plays the elementals that everybody doesn't like really, the key card is, I don't know the full name of the card, but it's Helga. It's a white, a blue, and a green. Every time you cast a creature spell that costs 4 or more, you gain 1 life. It gets a +1/+1 counter, and you draw a card.
Helga
And
Skittish Seer.
yes, I forget what the power and text is, but it's like a frog something wizard. It's really funny.
The Frog
But
Druid 1/3.
when you tap, you can also tap it for mana for equal to the number of counters on it for any 1 color to cast creature spells that cost 4 or more, or creatures with X in their mana cost. So it's a big value engine, and I got to try it for the first time last night, which is my last Magic night till September. But I got to try it last night, and it, along with Glarb, Calamity Augur, which is another one.
I love that
Uh,
boy.
Glarb lets you cast the top card of your library if it's a creature that costs. If it's a non-land that costs 4 or more, you can cast it. Play lands from the top of your library. Has Death Touch and Surveil too. So it's a big. It and Helga, I got one game where I had them both in play. Big value engine. I was just surveilling lands I didn't need, playing subtlety for alternate costs, countering Riley's Ragavan over and over and over, leyline binding off the top, played Karuga, drew 7 cards. It was glorious. I didn't win a single match. However, I did accomplish my goal, which was winning at least one game out of every match that I played. Because obviously I have to learn the deck, learn the lines, but
So,
probably the most fun I've had in a while.
so initially you said Teamer, but is it 4-color?
I had a Teamer Eldrazi deck. That's a different deck. I have 2
Oh,
decks.
oh,
And then the
sorry.
other one was 5, right?
Yeah, the one I just talked about is 5 colors.
Yeah.
You know what? If you got the list, send it to me because I think that is actually a pretty fucking cool deck, man.
And I seen some blasphemy online somewhere, and I cannot remember where I seen it, but somebody wrote an article or something that said, hold on, I think the dog's getting ready to bark. Yep, there it is. Go ahead, I'm gonna find this list real quick.
Okay, but I mean, hell yeah, that sounds like an actually a cool deck and very frog based. I love it. What you got anything good going on? Anything cool going on with UQ? Give us an update on the progress of the Monster Hunter clothing acquirement.
Oh. Yeah, I've been busting down on Monster Hunter. I have well, the new event just started, so I've been the new festival. So I have been getting all of the gear from it, but apart from all the festival gear, just the base game gear, I think I'm down to 28 pieces now. I think it was 30 last time we talked.
Yeah.
So 28 pieces of gear, and then I will have all of the gear that you can have built.
And we only
Um,
we only talked on Thursday, so you're able to get a couple pieces.
oh yeah, yep. I'm not too far away. It's just certain monsters dropping rarer parts, you know.
Okay,
So
so you didn't go like high tier to low tier to like as it got on it progressively got easier. You started low
no,
to
yeah,
high.
I just kind of went wild, whatever I could make, and so now I am going back through and kind of fighting what I need to. But
Gotcha.
um, no, I've been monster hunting, and I've been drooling over the thought of all of the spoilers for the new set. When I get my sliver artifact, that will make people hate slivers that much more.
Dude, that artifact makes me want to build slivers. I won't lie.
I'm
Fucking
telling you,
double strike is
You're
my
you're
favorite keyword.
you're missing
yeah.
out on the reprint of the pseudo Gaia's Cradle in Tolarian Academy. Get
Who
them while you
cares?
can.
Slivers, dude.
You can put it
Slivers.
in sliver. You can put it in slivers.
It's true. I think I have a Gaia's Cradle in sliver, or not Gaia's Cradle. What's the
Growing rights of Itzelmock.
no? Hold on, let me look it up.
I posted that deck list in the general chat, by the way.
Okay. I'm gonna look on my phone because if I pull it up on actual disc on my computer, I will mess up.
Yeah, my Glarb was tapped in a game last night, and I really wanted to travail 2 more cards. I'm like, man, if only somebody could twiddle my Glarb for me.
Twiddle my globe for me. Okay. Well, I see Solitude has not decided to not be a whole deck price in and of itself.
Not
Oh
expensive.
wait, hold on a minute. Uh, Goldfish adds them up.
Yeah,
Don't they?
it's
Okay.
accumulated for all the copies.
Okay. I mean, Force of Negation, still a nice, pretty penny.
Might come out. I need a. My biggest issue is very fast decks, which is why I got temporary lockdown. Maybe Teferi to bounce something, let me draw a card, but obviously I need to get to turn 3 before I can really do anything. So I'm not decided, but Force Negations might come out for a little bit of fire and ice. Tap stuff, kill stuff, maybe.
Yeah. What about? Oh, what is that
However,
one?
I know Q of all people really hates meta decks. Q will be happy to know I was playing against Boros Energy, which is one of the most popular modern decks. And they had a Johnny, like 6 or 8 cats, uh, Guide of Souls, Oslet Pride, and I temporary lockdown and exiled all that shit.
Fuck yeah.
Thought about Q as soon as it happened too.
What about like Stubborn Denial for those early people?
I mean, they can still pay the 1, and it counters non-creature.
Is it non-creature? Oh yeah, it only counters everything if you have 4. Never mind.
Yeah,
I thought
I think it's still non-creature if it costs 4. It just can't be. It's just a counter spell if it costs. If you have monstrous, it's just a counter spell for a non-creature spell. I'm pretty sure. But I have 4 stubborn now foil, so I mean,
yeah.
maybe even like a pyroclasm or something. It just depends. I'm still trying stuff out, but force negations can be swapped for something, and then the Jace the Mind Sculptor in the sideboard can be taken out for something. But like I said, it's the most fun I've had in a long time playing.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't
Oh.
doubt it at all.
We got to talk about the Sliver Overlord new art too. I can't believe I forgot to say something.
He's slipping.
I am so ready for them to come out with that because I'm hoping. So we have the VHS art for the Hive Lord, or for the first Sliver, and now they're gonna do like a comic book kind of cover for Sliver Overlord. I hope they do all of the Woo. I mean, obviously they can't do Queen, but all the Wooburg boys in a cool, like, different style artwork would be sick.
Is Queen on the non-reprint list?
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, that Sliver Overlord art looks kind of cool. I'm not
Yeah.
a
I
big,
love it.
not a big. Do you remember the monster movie posters for
Yeah.
that art? I'm not a big fan of those arts, but the Sliver Overlord and the space thing looks kind of cool. I think that Sliver artifact might be able to work in modern. Maybe I'll have to brew a crisp version of Slivers and see if I
Yeah.
see what I can do.
I'm thinking that people are going to. See, this is the thing that happens with Slivers is everybody cries and complains for years about Slivers, and then one good artifact comes out. One artifact that's so broken and busted that
I
everybody's
don't
like,
think
"Oh
it's
my
broken and busted.
gosh,
I just think it's good.
Slivers are getting more stuff. I hate that." But then they're the same greedy little goblins that are like, "Oh, but I could make a really fun deck and have a lot of fun playing that." But I cry anytime anybody else plays Slivers. But I will have a really fun time playing Slivers myself because now I like them.
Hey, I've gotten to the point to where I don't cry about the slivers. I just take care of them in the fashion that I believe I need to.
Yeah,
Always
which is what you have to
Slivers
do.
and always told Q to continue to play Slivers and build Slivers, even when Q didn't want to play Slivers. I'm like, play Slivers, you'll be all right.
I love Slivers, and I always have, and I always will, and that'll probably be the deck that I always play. But it's not, I understand that people don't like Slivers, and I understand that they can be a problem. But I think it's also part of the responsibility of you as a player to understand that there are cards that combo so well with each other that are literally built to combo together. You have to be prepared for that, or
Sounds
you
like my
get stomped
Animar
out by
deck.
Slivers.
Cards
Yeah,
that work really well together.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be able to actually play the game, actually have interaction. And
I might actually get to play my favorite tribal deck at some point, which surprisingly, if you look at the deck I just sent Skags, it's not frogs, even though Glarb is the coolest, just sitting on his lily pad throne. I don't know if you've seen that in artwork.
Galarb
He's just
is
he's Tassacurring it like you seen, Tassacur sitting on the throne. Glarb is literally Tassacurring as a frog on that throne.
he's out
But
ordering
but at
Cassicker.
some point we're supposed to go back to Lorwyn. And when we
We
go back
are
to
supposed to go
Lorwyn,
back.
that means Chris will get to see some fairies again. I would love nothing more than to play fairies, and I've
So
had fairies built.
your favorite type is fairies. I didn't know that.
I think so, but like I've never really sat down and like looked at every creature type. But I would say it's definitely humans or fairies. But I've got to play humans, and I love humans. The 5 colors, they all have utility. They come into play. They do something or whatever. Get bigger, help progress the game state. But I've never actually got to play fairies. I had fairies built twice, and just didn't work. Just didn't work very well. Like dealing too much damage to myself with bitter blossoms and Thoughtseize to try to get me to the late game just didn't work for me. So we'll see what happens when whatever the next Lorwyn set is, whenever it happens, comes out. But we'll see.
What do you guys think of the new Goyf, the new lure Goyf from the Edge of Eternity set?
I
It's
don't
very
think I've
interesting.
seen it.
It's Cosmo Goyf if you just want to look up the card
Yeah,
name.
Cosmogoyf. And
It's very interesting because a popular deck of Modern, it's not like top of the meta game, but it's popular. I thought about building the Esper version, but there's a deck built around the white black god Ketramos, which is about exiling stuff, and you draw a card, lose a life when you exile something, which is cool. It's something we not really seen that style of effect before.
yeah,
You get your own personal advantage from exiling stuff, whether it be yours or your opponent's. So,
yeah.
like, I think there could be a good uh, Abzan shell for instead of playing Esper, you play Abzan and play with Ketramos and Cosmogoyf to do stuff. And there's been I watch a lot of Magic and read a lot of Magic, and there's people trying to brew some stuff with that too. So I'm looking
seems
forward
neat.
to it.
So, I think Cosmogoyf is something that just like enforces an opinion that I had on Magic whenever I stopped wanting to really play, like go to tournaments or like go to Friday nights and stuff like that, was that we're done with, it seems like for the most part done with just like destroying or killing a creature. Everything's like an exile now. And you would think that running like a Cosmogoyf would be like a good answer to that. You could gain something from from your opponent exiling all your shit, but I don't think they exile enough of your stuff in comparison to like Tarmogoyf, how everything goes to the graveyard initially. Like I don't think it's going to be like Tarmogoyf to where like you don't really have to build around it in order to get a benefit. I think you'll have to put extra into it in order to see a benefit. Because, like, I know this was forever ago, but like whenever I hopped out of playing Modern, it was a bunch of solitudes, repeating your solitudes over and over, and the Wandering Emperor, and there was some other spell, but I can't remember. There's no
Prismatic ending.
Yeah, prismatic ending. I just know that Solitude had had all pretty much majority of my hatred whenever it came to it, but everything exiled, and that's something that I found that I hated the most I think if because I think having a creature be indestructible is is a way to be able to like do some janky stuff. But
Is Cosmogoyf indestructible?
no, no, he's not.
I was gonna say. I
No,
didn't.
but
Okay.
exile gets past that. Is what I'm saying. Like you can do some fun janky stuff with stuff being indestructible, but if being indestructible pretty much means nothing in the meta, then it means nothing. I mean, why even go after anything? Why indestructible is not a plus? I guess is what I'm saying. 'Cause everybody has a way to get rid of it.
There's a lot of popular still destroy spells, whether it be Unholy Heat, Fatal Push, Goblin Bombardment, um, Drown the Lock. it really just depends on like the group of people you're playing with. Because at the time when you guys stopped coming to the shop, at that time, uh, Control was really popular. You had the Elemental deck, which was really popular, and stuff like that. And recently,
Domain
I will,
Zoo.
yeah, Domain Zoo. But recently, I've been playing. I mean, there's still Solitude and stuff like that, but like uh, popular decks like Boros doesn't play Solitude. Domain Zoo doesn't play Solitude. Uh,
No, and
it,
that's
it really,
what.
it really just depends on the group, and like there's stuff. It depends on the goal. I don't even know if this is the right thing I'm trying to say. Depends on really the goal for your game plan. Like there's a lot of green stuff that's been like even just generic stuff that's been printed, not even like the good stuff that's been printed, but generic cheap stuff to get around creatures being exiled or removed. Like for example, Leyline of the Guild Pact. Like this is a completely different scenario, but something I encountered yesterday. Leyline of the Guild Pact enchantment makes all your lands basic land types, all your creatures all colors. Theirs was multiple times last night when I was playing because I play with Riley, Blake, and Dominique or whatever, and long haired Andy. But multiple times where I just had a ley line in play at the start of the game because it's a ley line, and then like just turn two had like a sign of Draco, which has hexproof because it's blue, and all of the creatures essentially, except for like Solitude, have blue in the color. So there was multiple times where they couldn't Fatal Push, they couldn't Solitude,
See, and
couldn't Prismatic Ending.
I love that. I think that is such a cool way of doing something, but you're also talking about like a I don't know, just like unless you have hexproof on your shit, it doesn't matter, and it can get everything at that point is just gonna be exiled because I now like I said I can't speak for like right now's meta because I hopped out, but like it felt like everybody was squeezing white in just to have Solitude because Solitude is the best of all of them, those elementals, and for good reason. But you take away a body and you gain one. I mean, and it has like I do
As
believe
long
it
as you
has
don't evoke it.
lifelink.
Yeah, it's Flash, Lifelink,
Yeah,
evoke
that
whether
doesn't
the white
even
card, sacrifice it.
it doesn't even matter if you do that though, because everybody was just cheating everything in. It doesn't. I mean, doesn't matter if you're splashing in white. You're gonna get the flicker stuff. So actually, you remove two
Not
things.
everybody. At least not now.
Everybody who was running it back then, that's exactly what they were doing. If they were putting Solitude in, they were putting 4 copies of a
Control
flicker.
deck, blue white control didn't play Ephemerate. I think it was
Uh,
just some of the people you played against. I'd never played against a blue white control deck that ephemerated Solitude. I've had lots of stuff exiled by Solitudes, but that specifically, Bailey's deck, for example, I'd never played a control deck blue white that played ephemerate. Now there's plenty of stuff like Esper stuff that was ephemerating Grief and Solitude and stuff like that, but like not every deck that played Solitude was ephemerating. I cannot give you that one. But there were a lot of decks that did ephemerate
okay,
Solitude.
so we won't say every single deck that existed, but the vast majority of decks. Because I could have swore that Bailey's even ran it for a while. He even ran Ephemerate. But at the same time, why wouldn't you? It's a one mana cost. You go down what? You go down 3 cards to save to probably wipe out the majority, if not all of your opponent's board, and you end up with a nice what is it 3/3 or 3/2 lifelinker.
I think it's a 3-2. I can't remember.
I mean that seems like a pretty good deal to me. But either way, it It is what it is. If they ban Solitude, maybe I'll try playing Modern again. But I fucking hate Solitude. I have an unhealthy hatred for that card.
Chris,
And I
you
can
said your
admit it.
favorite was fairies. Your favorite, like, off-brand.
I would have to sit down and look like every creature type I've ever played, but I would say the one I would be most excited to play would definitely be fairies. And
Yeah.
I played in the past, it just wasn't enough.
What would you say yours is, Skaggs, with the not we're gonna say like no Eldrazi's, no slivers. The obvious ones that are very good together.
Dragons.
Well, the thing is that like Kalia meets There's a reason why Kalia is my first commander because she hits all three of my favorites: angels, demons, and dragons.
You have to pick one.
Fuck it, we'll go dragons because neither one is real. Angels doesn't really meet it. I love angels, but demons and dragons.
And Angels almost falls into that category of like too much synergy between all of the Angel boys.
And if we want to take
There's a lot of
you said some.
newer stuff to benefit angels too, like the one dude. A lot of people play it in Brawl or as their commander, like the 2-drop. It taps for white mana for play angels. It gets +1/+1 counter, stuff like that.
Yep.
I like the non-intimidating creature types, and I intentionally go for stuff like that. So I don't know. You guys have known me since like probably 2017 at this point, around 2017.
Yeah.
It'd be 2018. That's when I moved back to Indiana.
Okay, and like I've tried to go for like you can tell just by decks I've built over the years. Like, have I had good decks? Yeah, but like just look at the sleeves I've played or the decks I've played. I've always tried to go for like the non-intimidating stuff intentionally, and I think that's why I get drawn to fairies. Like fairies hasn't. It was popular when it was standard because you could play 4 and 5 color control at the time. I didn't play standard at that point, but you could play 4 and 5 color control. Like you just think fairy, nobody is afraid of a fucking fairy. I used to use before we had formats like standard, modern, whatever. Before me and my friends played specific formats, I'd always use like pink or purple sleeves to try to throw them off. Like because already they know I've been playing Magic for a while, so they know at least my knowledge level. So like I always try to throw them a curveball. And fairies is cool. It's something you don't see very often. Like Vendilion Click was, as crazy as this sound, Vendilion Click was the prime win con for Miracles and Legacy for a long time. Some control decks played Vendilion Click in Modern, but like I need a little bit more Wizards instead of Vendilion Click if you want me to play fairies again.
One that I'd like to play if
Slivers.
we ever did one that was like, okay, we're gonna go off meta or an offshoot of like the really good tribes, I would like to do insects. I think insects are really cool. I think there's a lot of cool insects, but I think that they don't have the same kind of synergy that a lot of the other tribes have. So it would be fun to make a cool because that'd probably be mostly green, right? For
Green,
an
black,
insect deck, yeah.
green, black.
But
Might be
so I
surprised.
guess
There might be
Gary.
a couple white insects or something like because like there's random white creatures that have like infect. So I'm not saying there are white insect creatures, but you might be lucky and find a couple white creatures too, which might be surprising. I actually, um, it was after Faithless Looting got banned. I was trying to find out what next crazy deck I was going to build, and while we're talking about tribals, is I almost it was before I built humans, and I almost tried to build oozes. It'd have been it was either red, black, green, or red, black, but there is enough cards to play oozes. I don't know if it would have been like, I could probably squeak out wins, but I don't know if it would have been like on the level of like a humans or an elves or something like that.
I mean, with oozes, you got Slime Against Humanity, right?
I don't think it was out at the time.
Oh, never mind. I did not hear the time frame, but
I'm kind
Yeah,
of
like
looking at
that.
insects now too, and they have gotten a lot more
Yeah.
pump than I originally thought.
There's like
They're
a
pretty good.
combo where you can make like infinite insects or something. I don't remember
There,
what it
there's
is.
an ant queen. Pay to create a 1/1 green insect creature token. She's a 5-drop for 5. I mean, she's not crazy,
That was
but
the first deck I built when I went back to Yu-Gi-Oh. I was in multiple Yu-Gi-Oh Discords. I'm trying to find something just to play on Master Duel, and I'm like, what was the most annoying I was when I played back in the day? And it was DNA surgery and insect bear. I'm like, I gotta find some type of insect deck, and someone in a Discord helped me come up with something, and like I won some games. I was able to get like gold and almost a platinum with it, but it was fun. I like off-brand stuff like insects
you
too.
could do a 5-color insect deck. I
I
have to
know
think
I'm
of.
looking at them now, dude. That's kind of crazy.
See, my offshoot from like the main ones would probably be warriors.
Hey, I'll tell you this. You guys remember Fox?
Mm-hmm.
Fox won a couple F&Ms with Black White Warriors in standard. So I mean, that's just a standard deck. Just imagine some of the stuff you'd have access to in older formats. But yeah, Fox won a couple with just cons of Tarkir cards.
Well, see, they have obviously Najila, and I think that's really unless I want to go with like Morphon, that's the only 5-color commander, which is sad, but because I want to be able to play all the warriors, because just a lot of them either look cool or just are cool as shit. Knights are really cool
Rico's.
too because double they have a lot of double strike on.
Yeah. I think there's some really cool. I found a cool creature type list where somebody looks like they have went through and got almost all of the creature types. I'm sure they're missing some, but it would be cool, depending on how many there are, to, with the exception of a few like the Praetors. You couldn't really do. I don't think there's enough Praetors out there to
I would
make a viable
love
deck.
I would love
Let
to
me
do
tell
Praetors.
you. Let me tell you something. I changed my mind.
Okay.
Like fairies is up there, but let me do gods. There's a deck I've always wanted to build. I don't know if I ever told you guys about this, and you said Praetors, and I thought about doing this with Praetors.
Okay.
I had a deck. Do you guys remember the uh, Grixis As Foretold deck I used to have, where I would play Living End off As Foretold, bring back Kiki Jiki, Deceiver Exarch,
Yep.
Yeah.
or whatever other uh, cheap creatures or whatever. I had like Jace Vern's Prodigy and stuff in there. I'd always thought about doing the same kind of scenario, but with the god cards, because the gods are creatures in every zone except in play when they don't meet the devotion uh, requirement. So I could discard 3, 4, 5 gods, 3, 4, 5 praetors, and then just living end off As Foretold or off the red card and X to bring back all these legendary creatures. The blue one, make your hand reduced by 7. I draw 7. Elish Norn. I mean, those are the really good ones. I mean, the red one, I played the red one in standard where all your stuff comes in tapped, all mine have haste. And like just the gods are just really good. The red blue one, I can reveal instant or sorcery atop every one of my upkeeps. You take 3. The red green one gives 1 combat plus X plus O and haste. So I think I would do gods now that I can think about it. And that's offshoot. No one's done it. Let me play gods. Gods or fairies.
See, I had a gods
I remember
commander deck.
Commander deck. We built it.
No, you didn't do this one. We did. That was slick. That you helped do that
Brian
one.
Tracy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was right after I became a judge. I remember.
Yeah. But I had made one and I played it like 4 times, and every game I emptied out almost my whole deck. And Q looked over at me and goes, what the fuck is that deck?" And I go, "I don't know. I think it's way too strong."
It's funny because you have like World Tree too. I don't know if that was in your deck at the time, but World Tree lets you search for all your gods in your deck, put in play.
World Tree. No, I don't think so. I don't think
It's
I
a
had
green
that.
land, but if you have so many lands, it makes all your lands tap for mana of any color. They're all land types or whatever. And I think it's search for all gods, put them in play or some crazy shit like that. You got me
No,
brewing. You got me brewing.
no, I actually didn't have that at all. But I had the prismatic bridge, and then it was just after War of the Machine. No, not War of the
Or the
Machine.
park.
No, it's where the other big fight happened in Kamigawa. Oh shit!
Phyrexia all will be one. March of the Machines.
March of the Machines, and they had the Hazaret uh, duo card, and it also acts as kind of a pseudo prismatic bridge. And so each turn I was just going and flopping out like 2 gods at like the least. And I was like, this might just be a little too strong. Yeah, Jeru and Hazaret. Whenever it attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may exile a legendary creature card from among them. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order until end of turn. You may cast this exiled card without paying its mana cost. So I was just constantly flipping them over, and it just once the prismatic bridge got out there, it just got out of hand. I was just laying down so much shit. So I tore it apart. I was like, yeah, it's a little too much, at least for like who I was going to be playing with, because Q was doing everything he possibly could to like keep that deck down whenever we would play, and it just wasn't enough. He'd get me almost dead every time, and then it'd just be like, nope, here I am. I'm fucking annoying.
Life points, nothing but a resource.
Yeah.
Do you remember the two-headed giant tournament we did one time? It was random partners, and me and Q were partners. Q was probably playing Slivers, I would assume at the time. I was
I
playing
think
Battle
so.
Wits.
Yeah.
You were teamed up with
Cole, I think.
Yes, Cole. It was Cole. He was playing his Hydra's deck. And you guys were smacking the shit out of us. Like, you guys were just beating mine and Q's ass. And I was just waiting until I get the right number of lands. And it came down. I'm praying in my mind. I'm like, please don't let Cole attack with. He needed to attack with like everything, and we would have died. Please don't let Cole attack with just one creature. Please don't let Cole attack with just one creature, and he didn't. And then on the following turn, I escape shifted for 38. And me and Q won.
Yep.
Shout out to Cole for not attacking us that game.
Yeah.
I was
You
gonna
guys-
say
you guys
King of
beat
the
us.
Misplays, but
You-
that's a dastardly title to put on somebody.
And you know what?
guys
I
beat
remember
our ass.
I remember me and him going back and forth on that whenever he did that last attack, and I was like, I can't remember who wanted to attack with everything.
You
Or,
did.
huh?
You did. I think you knew.
Yeah. But it is what it is. We were smacking because I got to give it to Cole on that one because my deck wasn't doing shit, but he every time would get Mana Gorger Hydra and nobody could mess with it because I didn't have shit to do the whole game, so I was just throwing out dead spells the whole time. Just, all right, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go.
He's had that deck as long as I've had slivers. He's literally been building Hydras since like 2013.
I want to find a way
2014.
I want to find a way to bring back my. I still have the deck that you guys hated. In when we used to play when we started, the one with Frontline Medic, the Naya deck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I want
good standard card. Good standard card.
Oh, it was awesome. Everybody hated Frontline Medic so much.
Okay, so now be me. We're just starting to play. We get in on M14 where they put the new slivers out. So I'm
The
like,
silvers.
the silvers. Sorry, I'm creating this deck because I'm like, I mean, okay, there's synergy here, and it's just the worst deck. I'm trying to do 5 colors. I can't get anything to go off at all. For whatever reason, your boy didn't use the internet to like look up other slivers until way too late. I just assumed that that's just what it was. These are cool things, and then this guy has like a frontline medic, really well built, well constructed fucking deck, and that's why he plays against 4 of us, and one of us is running fucking 5 color standard slivers.
One's running mono green Stompy that just pumps everything into one thing. And is like, I can't kill any of your stuff. Like, yeah, I know. I love it.
Frontline Medic was good for multiple reasons. Being able to stop, I think it's Aurelia's Fury, the red, white, and X, and just it was that time frame. So I know all about Mr. Frontline Medic.
Little fun.
I wish I knew.
There.
I wish I knew you guys. Like you guys would have still been in school and stuff, but I wish I would have known you guys back then when I had the all foil premium sliver deck because I didn't know anything about value back then. I just traded for what I wanted. Like
Neither did we.
Stacks of rares. I traded the whole premium foil sliver deck in a trade. Like it was a 3-way trade. I don't remember everything. I know one thing I really wanted at the time was a Sazak Lord of Secrets. The old Ravnica vampire that costs like 7 mana. That instead, when it deals combat damage, you instead put that many counters. They mill that many cards.
Yep.
But it was a big trade. I remember the people I traded with, and it was like a 4.5 hour ordeal. And I traded the whole fucking deck in the trade.
I have one that I've been watching for a while, and every year it just gets more expensive. I just need to buy it, but a sealed one that I've found, which would be pretty neat to have.
Would you unseal it or would you keep it?
I have a lot of the premium deck card where people have pieced them out and opened theirs, and so I don't think I would need to open it. But there is a little bit of me that's like, it's mine now. I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna look through all the cards. I'm gonna be like, hell yeah, and then I'm gonna put everything back in the box and display it anyway.
So there's a small little text box at the bottom of Frontline Medic that I forgot about because I knew he hated it for an extra reason. But you could sacrifice Frontline Medic and counter target spell with X in its mana cost unless controller pays 3 mana, and that would always get Cole on his Hydras. He would pay everything into it, and I'd be like, Zach.
Yeah, that's why it was put in the sideboards that I was talking about is to counter those X spells.
like Sphinx's Revelation and stuff that was running around. Yeah.
Sphinx's Revelation, Aurelius Fury. I think Entreat the Angels might have been in Standard around the same time as well. And Sphinx's Revelations and Expel, that was the Miracles win con at the time. Bonfire of the Damned. You remember Bonfire of the Damned? That was Standard.
Yeah.
God, bringing back the memories, man. Oh God. So
I played in multiple Standard eras. So
Yeah. Are you guys ready for something crazy? I have a topic.
oh, I have a
Chris is out.
I have a hot take that I ended up texting Q yesterday that I want to get out after his topic.
okay, I got a few topics, but go ahead. Go ahead.
My topic's not anything crazy. I just want
Monster
to
Hunter?
know. No. It's not even Monster Hunter. It's really crazy. I want to know how everyone feels about Mega Dragonite.
Awful.
I did not watch the Nintendo thing, so let me look up what it looks like again. I did see what it looked like, but I've not watched the Nintendo thing.
For someone who has been waiting for them to do something with Dragonite, I'm cool with him having a Mega Evolution. I really am. But what they did, and maybe he'll grow on me, maybe as I get to see him in the game, actually playing the game, he will grow on me. But I know what they're doing. It's dastardly. They should have never took away that typing from us and made it him in the beginning, because I guarantee you he's going to be our fairy dragon.
Well, we already have a fairy dragon Mega.
I'm looking at this is the Pokemon ZA thing, and you're saying that you think it's going to be a fairy dragon?
I think so too.
It lists it. I have its stats right here, and on I'll post it just so you can see it too.
Okay.
But it has it listed as dragon flying.
What?
They didn't even
Category
give my
dragon
boy.
Pokemon, type dragon flying, weight 339.3 pounds, height 7.3. I thought you were
Wow.
not going to like it because of the way it looks.
Yeah, I hate the way it looks.
I don't really like the way that it looks. Like I said, it may grow on me as I play, because there was a few of those in Scarlet and Violet that were like the alter forms, the future and the past, that I wasn't a big fan of until I got to play and see how they move around. I don't like that he has double wings.
I don't like
his head wings and then his little wings.
They should have just taken what's on his head, put it right where his normal wings would be. And
yeah.
Honestly, if they would have put the feathered wings on the back and kept the little ones, I would have been fine with that too.
Sure.
Just don't take him off his head.
Yeah.
I think it'd be funnier if the little wings was on his head.
Fine. Switch that. I'll be fine with it.
The thing that bothers me most, and I don't hate this Dragonite, I'm fine with it, is the tail. If you turn Dragonite upside down to where the tail's in the air and its head's on the ground, it reminds me of Mewtwo's Mega Evolution.
Yeah. And I don't really like either of Mewtwo's Mega Evolutions.
And I didn't like that Mewtwo Mega. I like the statistics and stuff of the Mewtwo Mega Evolution, but like you said, maybe Dragonite will grow on me. As you know, the only reason I really play Nintendo, like there's other games I play, but I play for the Pokemon franchise.
Yeah.
So like, I got to see it in action. But if I grade it on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 6.
That's a 3 for me.
It's a 4.
I'm gracious when it comes to Pokemon. I got to really hate you to give you really low. So
I love Dragonite. Dragonite is like a top 3 for me. It's Nidoking, Flygon, Dragonite. And they did my boy so dirty, and I think just because I love the original Dragonite, it makes me that much more pissed off about it. Because I like the tail. It's solely the head wings that just piss me off.
I can
I
see how that
agree.
would irritate a lot of people.
Yeah, and I agree. He definitely needs something on his head, like he needed an ornament kind of thing
Give
when he
him
mega evolved.
Dragonair's little head wings and call it a
Well,
day.
and that's
I
kind of what they're trying to do, but with
No, I
a
know.
mega evolved twist. Are
But
those supposed to be feathery on Dragonair's head?
they kind of look like it, but I don't, man, it just it's
Or
not good.
before we switch off Mega Dragonite's topic specifically, what Pokemon that doesn't have a Mega Evolution do you guys want to have a Mega Evolution?
Do that deserve a mega evolution? Right off the top of my head, Zangoose, Seviper. They don't even have regular evolutions.
I'll
They
second
make the
that.
most sense to have mega evolutions, and they could be really, really cool.
You know
They
what?
look like they have somewhere to go.
Before Dragonite, I would have said Dragonite, Flygon, and Nidoking, but because of how they just did Dragonite, do not touch Flygon and Nidoking. Don't think about it. And you know what? I love Zangoose too, so don't do those two. Give somebody else. I don't care, but like I've been seeing some leaked ones that are supposed to be. And the way they've gone about it, I think, is awful because they have. So before the megas were like pretty different from what they originally were. They are just simplifying it now. They're oversimplifying it, at least to me, and just doing stuff that makes all of them look so unappealing. And if that's the case, do not touch any of my favorites. Please. Give Zebstrika. There you go. Zebstrika.
I might surprise you. I just want you both to guess. Can you guess? There's two I want to see have a cool Mega Evolution. Can either of you guess? See if you get it right.
Give us typing and a generation.
At least give us generation.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, not first. I think one of them is second generation, and I could be wrong, but I think the other one is third generation. I've talked about these Pokemon both. I wrote a Battle Team article that included one of them, and I've always wanted a Battle Team article about the other one. I've not done it yet.
For Alligator, is that one of them?
It is not. Okay, Skag.
Skarmory.
It is not close. That's like my fourth one I would like to see. So from Gen 2, it used to be really good in team battles. I can't remember which era, but like I would like to see a Mega Evolution of Shuckle. Gen 2.
Okay. I can get down with
Just
that.
picture a Mega Evolution Shuckle tank, outlasting people over time. I don't care if there's like abilities that poison me and you, but if Shuckle's a tank, I should be able to survive the poison. I just think that'd be really fucking cool. And from Gen 3, imagine having a Mega Evolution Shedinja with 1 hit point and Wonder Guard.
That would be wild. I would love to see that.
So
I do like my Ghosty boys.
So of all the megas like leaks that I've seen, there is one that I think they did pretty fucking well. And it's Scrafty.
Oh, that's a cool one.
But the list that I'm seeing of the Pokemon that are getting it are adding up pretty well. I also think Male Pyroar looked pretty decent. Now, all these are like leaks, so it might not even be real. But, well, enough. But the other thing is, they are not doing anything to change anybody's typing. They're not changing typings on any of these megas.
I was worried that might happen.
And that's
because,
so awful, man.
well,
When they originally did Mega Evolutions, did they change typings? I thought they didn't change typings.
No, they changed.
Like the Dynamax and stuff.
No, they
gave
changed.
Charizard Dragon type.
They gave Charizard Dragon type. They gave Gyarados Dark type.
Charizard's not Dragon flying?
No.
Or is Charizard just Fire flying?
He's just Fire flying. And he got his 2 megas, which one was Fire flying, one was Fire Dragon. And then, like, Altaria, Mega Altaria was our Dragon Fairy Mega. And they're just doing so terrible. And, like, I seen a clip, a picture that was supposed to be for alligators. And if that's the case, I'm upset about that one, too, because they kind of just copy and pasted what they did with Mega Swampert.
Oh no! I hate Mega Swampert.
I love Listen, I love Mega Swampert.
Yeah.
But they gave him like the great value version of Mega Swampert. It's not even good.
Damn.
We have Swampert at home, Swampert.
Exactly. Which is so fucked up because Feraligatr is amazing. But it did not tickle my fancy. And all of them besides Scrafty, none of them tickled my fancy.
Damn. I hate that
I will tell you this. I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but I didn't play Pokemon competitively in this era. Like the online, the battles, all that stuff. But the one Pokemon that drew me to Mega Evolution and kind of brought me back into Pokemon, I really liked Mega Evolution Steelix.
Yes.
He's a good design.
He is a great design.
He's
Start
one
off
that,
Mega Evolution Steelix, stealth rocking it up.
I think we might have talked about it before, but I like most of the first Mega Evolutions. They gave a good little design change. Maybe they did some good typing things for
the ones that needed
them on.
it.
Yeah, but if they're just going simpleton on this new one, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I know a lot of people don't really like Sableye Mega Evolution, but I think it's pretty cool. The big gem, the hiding behind the big gem thing.
I think it's great.
Yeah. And
I don't remember Sable. I'm gonna look it up.
I mean, it's not my favorite, but it's not. I would never consider it bad.
Well, and I think one that stands out to me as like not very good was like Ampharos and the man, what is that Pokemon? The pink one, the Audino.
Oh yeah.
They just had kind of lackluster. Like Ampharos got a mullet and Audino got pajamas or something silly. And
Sableye looks pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah. But if they're going to go simpleton on the Megas, they might as well have not even brought it back. I mean, I remember the day that they came out. This would have been the Pokemon Day either last year or the year before. And I'm at work texting Skags, watching it on my phone, being like, Megas are back, baby. Megas are back.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're just going to be silly and like, we're giving you Megas because you've asked for it, not because we wanted to make them. It kind of defeats the purpose.
Cool. Metagross.
Yeah, everybody got changed a very good bit. Even Metagross, where like it was really just like his arm shifted. But like, hey, he looked cool as shit.
Yep. I want to look up the Feraligatr so that I know and that I'm prepared. But I also don't, because I just don't want to. I don't want to bum myself out before the game comes out.
It's
Then you can cheer yourself up when the Pokemon game comes out after that. Then you bum yourself out before that comes out. Cheer yourself up with the next one when it comes out.
it'll have to be
Yeah.
because I
Which
am bummed.
I knew that this one, I mean, this was going to be like a ZA, or not a ZA, like a Hisuian region kind of game where it's not mainstay, so they're just doing whatever they want, which I thought some of the Hisuian mons were cool. I didn't think all of them were cool, and I guess maybe we should have looked at that and said, oh, this is the potential that they can, this is potentially what they could do and jack us around with.
Yeah, and I feel like we have definitely been jacked, and not in a good way.
All right, I'm looking it up.
Oh no. Yeah, the honestly, from the megas that I've seen, Chikorita might be the one that I choose.
Oh,
Chikorita.
There's some cool ones I haven't seen. I mean, the one that I see that looks like it's actually in game doesn't look cool at all, but there's some cool ones.
Literally never started with Chikorita as many times as I've played second generation ever. I've always picked
Same.
Cyndaquil or Totodile.
Same. But you know what? She's the only Chikorita is the only one, or Meganium is the only one with a decent looking mega.
Is there two or is there just one?
What?
Because the first one I found they have two Mega Evolutions for Meganium. Is there two of them or is there just one?
I think there's just one. They're not Charizard.
Right, let me go to an official site.
Yeah, Charizard's getting a third one in this game.
I could see it happening.
I think it's fairly well confirmed.
No
that
way.
He's getting a Z. Yeah, he's getting X, Y, and Z.
Well, he didn't. He was not on the list that I seen, so that's a positive. Zygarde is on the list though, and I didn't really like his.
Send me wherever you're looking at because I'm not finding it. I'm finding some cool ones. I think that I've been seeing this one a bunch. I'm just gonna put this.
The only place I found, I seen two Mega Evolutions for Meganium.
So I found it on TikTok. I do believe I will have to go back through my previously watched, and it's leading me down that it's probably correct just because some of the lists just match up, and it's not good. I don't like it, man.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of these, so that gives me hope that maybe there's some kind of cool like helmet thing that they'll do for Alligator, and I think that would be enough of a change for me that I would be like, okay. It's not my most favorite design, but it's not awful.
Free the homie Cyndaquil.
He got a variant, and I am much more towards variant, like regional variants, than megas. Honestly,
He got a variant.
Cyndaquil.
And what?
The Hisuian.
Did he?
Typhlosion.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Hisuian Typhlosion. Yeah.
Oh, let me see if I can find the one. Copy image.
Give me a Mega Evolution Sudowoodo while we're at it too. That's a top 10 for me.
Alright, I just posted the one that I've been seeing, that I was led to believe is actually the one
That is the one that I have seen someone come out and debunk, because that's the one I was worried about.
Okay, if that's the case, there's still hope for the boys.
Yeah.
And there's still hope for everybody besides Dragonite.
Okay, so here's a list that I found. You tell me if this is... Oh, yes, I forgot we get Z's Floette form for real in this.
Mm-hmm.
I have had... Never mind. I'm not going to say that and put it out on the internet because they will take my Pokemon Home account away, and I don't want them to do that. Back in
Probably
the
smart.
day when you could get the... where is it? I think I have one close by. The action replay for your Pokemon games,
Got somewhere too.
you could hack in Mons, and back in Black and White, you could actually get Z's Floette, the cool black flower, like an ancient flower. I don't know if they ever explain what flower it is, but you've never been able to get that. So I had a few of those, and it was cool to play with them. But it's saying that Meganium, that version of Floette, Scolipede, is that Phalanx,
Mm-hmm.
Drampaw, Chestnut, Embor, Delphox for Alligator, Greninja is going to get a Mega.
All of those are getting...
Holy shit.
It,
Zygarde, Dragonite, Drampaw, Excadrill. That's Cole's boy. Excadrill, that's cool. Chandelure, Hawlucha, Frostlass, Skarmory, Babarnacle, Electros, Clefable, the Fire Lions, what are their names?
Pyroar.
Pyroar. That's Scrafty. I think there's a few more. Maybe I jumped around the list, so I kind of lost my
Yeah. No, that...
spot.
So if that one is been debunked as fake, then that gives me hope for everybody else besides Dragonite now. But it makes me sad that I don't get the Scrafty one. Because that Scrafty
Post
one.
it. Oh, you said that's the one you couldn't find.
No, let me see if I can find that one.
I'm
But
excited if Dragalge is getting Omega. He's on the list too, and that will be really cool because I think he's an underrated AF Pokemon.
oh yes, and I hope he gets a better one than what I seen. Okay, so I'm not even... Oh, here it is. Just found it. And copying. And I bet you'll be able to tell me who exactly he reminds you of, and I want to see if he reminds you of...
Oh, he reminds me of Stanged, or
Yep,
is that his
Stain.
name? Yeah, from My Hero. Dude, that is a good design. Whoever did that, I hope that that's legit. I hope
Me
there's
too.
just some falsities mixed in with, there always is, but that's a really good design.
If that one could be true, I would be happy about that.
I heard talk of my boy Hawlucha. Oh, Hawlucha is on the list. Oh my god!
You want to know
Yeah,
what he looks like in the one that I seen? He just gets
Let's
more
see it.
feathers on his head.
What?
That's all. Like they didn't
Maybe
do...
he's tall. Maybe he's like 8 foot tall.
Nope. No, he's same size, and they literally give him feathers that go around his head. I'm hoping that the TikTok that I found was completely wrong, but I
At
don't...
least Charizard Z will be cool.
Shut the hell up, man. Charizard needs to get the fuck out of here. I'm
I
so...
see another one where they're doing Butterfree? No, dude. I think they killed it with Butterfree's Gigantamax. That form is forever fantastic in my eye. Like, I always liked Butterfree, but that, takes it to a whole nother level. I'm seeing another one here where Zorora is on there too, the lightning cat.
Yeah, I didn't even. And that wasn't on that one, but I wouldn't be upset at a Mega Zorora. I'm
He needs something too.
seeing if I can't find it back in my. Because I didn't send it to you because I didn't. You
I'm not
normally.
usually a spoiler boy.
Yeah, but I figured if I told you, hey, this sucks a whole lot of ass, you might
Yeah.
you might be like, yep, no. Okay, I just found it. I'm sending
Look at
it to both of you.
look at the Scoliopede in that picture I just sent.
Yeah. They pretty much make him like a multi-legged centaur on fire.
All right, let's see.
Yeah. So while you're watching that, I'm gonna bring out my hot take. Chris, you've watched Bleach, right? Or no? Can't remember.
I have not watched Bleach. I can say I've watched like the first 2 episodes multiple times, but a different anime, like a new season, like I have an order of like stuff I want to watch. Bleach is one of them. I've also not watched My Hero or Jujutsu Kaisen yet. Like that's all stuff I want to watch. Like there's nothing wrong with Bleach. But then I watched the first 2 episodes because Bleach is next. I watched the first 2 episodes. The next they come out the new season of Overlord or a new season of Sword Art, or I find I don't know, or I write an article about 5 gaming animes you should watch, and then I find one that's like actually based on a video game, and then something always pulls me away from like it's kind of like a gaming backlog. Like you got this big ass gaming backlog you want to play through, a new game comes out or a new thing happens, and you go and do that. So like nothing wrong with Bleach. I plan to watch it, but I've not seen anything past the first 2 episodes.
Yeah. Okay. So this little hot take will probably end up just being between me and Q, unless you've seen this person and have an opinion. But in Bleach, there is a character. His name is Kinpachi Zaraki, and he is a big, strong motherfucker, and he is my favorite. And my hot take is that he is not Japanese. That motherfucker is an American. He is an American Shinigami.
I'm
One
gonna look this guy up real quick.
Bleach has brought in multiple ethnicities worth of people,
What's his
and
name? Kenpachi.
yeah,
Kenpachi.
I got him.
KenPachi.
He's missing an eye.
No. He covers up one eye to give everybody else a chance at beating him.
Yes, that the eye patch is made to like steal his like limit his power.
Reminds me of Aaron Reed back in the day. Aaron Reed
So
used to have giant spikes in his hair, but it was a mohawk.
so that motherfucker is an American because he just likes fighting, and he does it one way, and that's about what he does. If you fuck it, if he wants to kill you, he threatens to cut you because he can cut anything. And what is it that Americans do whenever it's wartime? We threaten to bomb you because we can bomb you, and that's what we're good at. And it's always gonna be, I'm gonna bomb you. And he's big as shit in comparison to everybody there besides
That's what I was gonna say.
Chad.
Yeah.
And he's a dumb wit motherfucker, but he is strong as shit. And he just wants violence all the time. That dude's American.
Yeah, you said hot take, and the more that I thought about it, I'm like, it's not that hot of a take, really. I think you could convince anybody that that's the case.
The only crazy thing I found out about this guy that of any theories, because I'm a theory person. I wrote a few articles about different theories and stuff like that. There's a theory that Kenpachi is the son of Genryusai Shigekuni Yamamoto.
He's
Do you know that
Yamamoto's
guy?
son.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's odd and weird.
That's the only theory I found out about this guy, because I tried to find anything about this guy being American, just to see if there's any crazy shit on the internet. But there's a theory about that guy being the guy just named Son. Speaking of sons, I did mention one time in a theory that Ash could be Professor Oak's son. No, not Professor Oak's son, Giovanni. The next theory was Professor Oak.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. So,
You want to know my hot take about anime?
Let's hear it.
I think Attack on Titan is shit.
I think I wasted a lot of my time watching as much of Attack on Titan as I did.
I want to fight you on that, but I can't. I can't really.
I know there's a lot of people that enjoy Attack on Titan, and people like what they like. I know there's a lot of people that don't like the video games or whatever that I like, or some of the anime that I like. I would rather watch every episode of One Piece before watching Attack on Titan.
One Piece is good.
Well,
I think you're talking about the journey, as not about the actual product itself. So I'll forgive you.
I like One Piece, but I'm just saying I would rather watch the thousands of episodes before I watch the 4 seasons of. I think it's 4 seasons of Attack on Titan.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
you know what? Like I said, I kind of want to fight you on it just because I did enjoy it, but my enjoyment started so late and only lasted so long in that show. And I think I had more enjoyment like waiting for it and watching it with like Q whenever it was coming out than I did actually watching the show. And
yes.
But they also did one thing that I super love in like shows and stories and shit, and like anybody can get got, anybody can die just because you're in the main crew of people or you're slightly important to humanity doesn't mean that doesn't mean that you can't get got. You can definitely get chomped or shot. Spoilers, whenever it comes to Sasha.
Yeah.
It's funny because the Iron Lords have been doing these different challenges and stuff where they dress up like crazy ass shit or do these crazy ass challenges to raise money because they're going to the Tokyo Game Show in Japan this year.
Oh.
And Lord Cognito, he's the one I'm talked to the most, so I guess I'd say I'm closest with him or whatever. He doesn't watch anime. So
is he the one that's been watching Naruto? And
the one I've shared out. Yeah.
Yes,
I saw some clips of him doing that.
I love it because Moderate pops up and he's like, why they got the whole village here for him? Like, come on.
Lord Cognito is crazy. He cracks me up.
The thing I got
he hated on the Rock Lee Gara fight. He calls Gara Pigpen because he's got like the stand around him. It's crazy.
Yeah, I watched him watching the fight, and I'm like, oh, he's dogging on him. No,
I didn't get to that point. Oh my god, yeah, I was watching the clip, but I had to go back to work. But I got beef with Lord Cognito now. Because fuck you, that fight's great.
And he's hating specifically on your boy, dude.
Wait, he's hating on Gara?
He said Gara's
Based on both
Pigpen.
of them.
Pigpen's the little dirty kid from Charlie
Charlie
Brown who
Brown.
has the dust around him all the time.
Man, fuck
I
you.
will
Gara's
say-
dope.
I will say
Get Santoon.
he has no knowledge about like the lore or anything of that. He's just
Wait, is he
his
only just
reaction
watching
to
like
someone-
specific clips?
He's watching specific fights. He's supposed to watch fight scenes. Like
Okay.
I
That's
shared
fair.
it on TikTok and stuff, but like I don't know all the stuff she's watched, but it goes out on their Patreon, and then I will go and watch it, or I will just wait till it comes out on TikTok. But it's like specific anime fights. Like he's like ninjas or like characters from Shinobi, like like actual Ninja Gaiden, the old Shinobi video game. That's what he considers ninjas or old school anime. So like, I think the Naruto stuff is hilarious. I told him one day I'm gonna have to take him to school and educate him on what real ninjas are in the Naruto lore.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is a little like for him because one, you disrespected the fuck out of my boy, both my boys. Watch the whole of the tuning exams. Don't just watch that fight. That fight is amazing, but if you just watch it in and of itself without any of the like context before, it does not hold nearly as much weight to everything because you don't get to see one how much of a badass Rock Lee is whenever he beats the shit out of Sasuke, and two, you don't get to see like how much Gara is a fucking demon at that time because Gara is just a murderer.
He's got lots of different fights he has to watch or whatever that they've donated for. So like I'd have to look at the Patreon to be sure, but I know he's watched Rock Lee versus Gara. He's watched Madara versus the Five Nations / the Hokages. I don't think he's watched like the entirety. Like I don't think he's seen like the moment where Guy opens all 8 gates and stuff like that. I don't think he's seen that far, but
That
he's
shit's
watched
amazing.
He's watched a lot of the fight where my guy Madara fights the Five Nations and a lot of the Hokages, and he's watched at least Kakashi and versus Obito. I know he's watched at least those 3.
He cut that TikTok off right before it was getting to the good part of him.
He's not actually he's not actually the one doing the TikToks. That's the one. There's another guy that's around your guys' age. He's the youngest.
Well,
one
he
of the
needs
podcast.
he needs
He's
to
the one
not
that-
cut it off at weird spots because it was
Gotta get those TikTok episodes out, man. Gotta get those.
Well,
TikTok videos.
I hopped on the page and there's no like part 2 to that. I didn't see a part 2 because I wanted to see what he was gonna say about like when Madara's catching kunais and throwing them right back at people's faces, grabbing a homie, slapping a paper bomb.
He says something. Well, that probably hasn't came out on the TikTok yet, but I watched the Patreon fight, and he does say something because at the beginning of the fight, Madara's charging at the very beginning, and there's a dude that throws a kunai with a paper tag on it, and he makes fun of because Madara catches it, tears the paper tag off of it, and slaps the paper tag on somebody.
Yes, exactly.
And he makes a grocery store. He makes a grocery store reference about a price check or something like that. It's fucking
Price check on aisle 2 or some shit.
It's fucking hilarious.
That's awesome. Is he watching multiple like good fights from a bunch of different animes or just Naruto?
It's a bunch of different animes. Give me a second. I will. pull up the
If this
Patreon.
fight's not on there, they should put this fight on there. It's Escanor versus
Meliodas?
Meliodas in the
No.
box.
Escanor versus what's his name? He's not a Sin. But he's in that.
He's the commandment, the suit, the red commandment.
No. There's that, but I wasn't even thinking that one.
You're talking
Envy or something like that.
Talking the last fight, the Who Said fight.
Yes.
Oh fuck, that's he's the
Estrosa.
Estrosa.
Yes. Yes. Escanor versus Estrosa. Because that shit is fucking awesome.
You're muted, Chris.
Oh my.
Hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
Okay. He's watched some fights like this is one of the more recent ones he's watched. Samurai Champloo.
Yeah.
And that was the one where he watched Modern versus Allied Forces. He's going to react July 26th, so that's today, at 1 p.m. Jiraiya versus Payne, full fight.
Ooh.
I got to scroll through all these.
That-
It's not in order.
Hold up, they're giving him some because like I feel like Jiraiya versus Payne is not a good fight in and of itself without the context beforehand of like who Payne is. You got all this shit with Tsunade, like
Yeah.
He's watched Demon Slayer and the Modern versus the Five Kage.
I would almost say a better fight than Payne versus Jiraiya would be like
Lee versus Gara, like we already know.
Oh yeah.
But I think what it is I think people that donate, certain people get to pay and pick fights.
Oh.
there.
He's
Okay.
watched Ichigo versus Byakuya.
Byakuya,
Oh, that's a good fight.
depending on which one. Yeah,
Bleach. He calls Bleach Bleachy Bleach.
Bleachy Bleach. Can't be mad at that one. Yeah,
And I
no.
think that is all the ones he's reacted to so far.
Fucking Escanor versus Astrosa, or even Escanor versus the dude who's in the fucking red suit, man. That shit's great.
He just kind of makes him look like a bitch, though. I think the Astrosa fight is so good because I think even up to that point, we saw him do the Meliodas fight, right? Like he fights Astrosa after the Meliodas fight.
No, I think he does it. I think he does it after because they get Meliodas back, and Meliodas is like, "Never mind, I'm actually going to do the bad thing," and he's like, "Fine, fuck you, I'm gonna fight you."
Yeah.
He likes a lot of the hand to hand fights. Like he doesn't understand like the jutsu aspect, which is why he calls them sorcerers.
Okay,
So, like he likes a lot of the hand to hand combat.
If he likes that, he absolutely needs to watch probably my favorite fight in Naruto is Kakashi versus Obito.
Yes.
What do you say about that one?
I couldn't find that one on there. I have to go back and watch it because I can't remember what he said, but it's hard to scroll through their Patreon because shit's
everywhere.
It just looks out of order to me, but I know he's watched Obito versus Kakashi because I've seen clips on TikTok at least. So
that is one of the better like hand to hand fights.
Yeah.
So while we're on Naruto, we might as well before we go to another topic, we might as well.
Well, I was gonna say because I have a function, of course, as usual. So I gotta be out of here at like 12. So let's go ahead and do our.
I thought the functions were over after last episode. Those were
dude.
Skaggs' words.
It's not a birthday. It's one that fucking popped up, brother. So I said the birthdays were done.
Yeah, no more birthdays ever.
So I'll go first because I want to get Skaggs' reaction because Skaggs was actually kind of hard to figure out, and I thought about all the ninjas I could think of. So, but I'll go for me. I'm gonna pick Tobirama, and I thought long and hard about this.
The racist.
I explained before the show. I relate a lot of this into magic because that's a lot of our time spent together revolves around magic.
Yeah.
Tobirama's created a lot of jutsu that he never got to use. There's a lot of times people ask me my opinions on certain things. I help them build decks, and I never get to use them. Help Skaggs build that 5-color Niv Mizzet deck. I never played it. I've helped Riley build multiple decks. I've talked to Quentin multiple times about building decks. Even gave him all the mill cards. Like Tobirama has given the Ninja World all these jutsu that he never played. Never got to use and stuff like that.
Okay, so Tobirama is for you?
Yes, for me.
Oh, okay. I thought
And
you were
then
giving it to me. I
no.
was like, oh.
And then like some people can like I'm lead the Magic team, Magic family, whatever you want to call it at this point. So some people consider me a good leader, stuff like that. So I thought long and hard of who we were, and I can say Tobarama. I'm sure there's other ones out there that other people might say. As for Q, it's a mixture of two. I lean more towards Shino than I do the other one. And I say this because Shino is one of the most underrated people, at least I'll say the whole even Boruto. He's one of the most underrated people that never got the respect he deserved. He technically came in third in the tuning exams, I'm pretty sure. I think he got third place technically is what it was. I think he states it in anime too. But no one ever expects Shino for anything. So I think third place. I think that F and MQ got third place. I think back to him getting third place was, and like Shino has the bugs, Q has the slivers. So, and the
Yeah.
second person I can kind of see some of Q in is Rock Lee, because Rock Lee's thing is never gives up. Doesn't matter what happens to him. The guy practically almost fucking dies by the hands of Gaara, and he does not give up, keeps on fighting. Q always played slivers, never fully gave up. Q always gave it 100%. And like, I've never seen Q drunk, but I think drunk Q would be as hilarious as drunk Rock Lee when he's fighting Kimimaru.
I can speak from experience. You're actually quite accurate on that. But the only thing is that Q doesn't have a shirt on.
And I get better at pool, not fighting.
So
And beer pong.
I lean more towards Shino, and then like Q's real life shoot job is he's a plumber. I don't know like what they call like plumbers, electricians. There's a specific name for those types of jobs. I don't know what they're called,
Trades.
but they're trade jobs. And what job does Shino get in Baruto? Teachers are very important positions that we have in the world, and Shino becomes a teacher. So that's why I lean more towards Shino for everything I said. I mean, it's pretty on point. Skaggs is a hard one. I think he might disagree with this. But for Skaggs, I went with Sasori of the Red Sand or
Oh.
Konkoro. Both
Puppet
created
Boys.
jutsu from beginnings of other people. I think of stuff me and Skaggs have been through over the years where like I give Skaggs a general idea, he goes off, creates it, and does well. And that the same thing has happened like Konkoro and Sasori, 100 Puppet Jutsu, Sasori, Konkoro, goes off, creates all his new puppet stuff, and they're pretty successful ninja. Like Konkoro also doesn't get enough credit. Like Konkoro only didn't proceed in the tuning exam because it was part of the Sand Village's part of their attack on the Hidden Leaf. Like Konkoro forfeited. Like he didn't lose.
Yeah.
Tamari would have lost if Shikamaru didn't forfeit. So like we never actually know what Konkoro could have truly did as a kid. And then in Boruto, Konkoro even fights one of the inner members of Kara and holds his own for a long time. He survives being poisoned by I think it's by Sasori. He gets poisoned by Sasori, the most deadliest ninja ever. And I think the decks Skaggs has built over the years, the survivability of those, the Dragon Reanimators, the 5-color Div Mizzets, um, I think poison. I think the surgical extraction concoction Skaggs wanted to make and just
Hey,
make people
that
miserable.
shit worked. That got me 2 F&Ms.
So I think Konkoro or Sasori for Skaggs. More so Shino than Rock Lee for Q, and then myself, Tobarama. No racists here though, so
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Q.
I put thought in it. Put thought in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just glad I didn't get Kiva. I mean, I was very worried that
I wasn't even thinking about one for myself. I need a second.
Kiva's a good choice just because obviously his family is based on the Ninja Hounds and all that stuff. But I specifically did not choose that just because you guys had dog.
Yeah.
I almost thought Orochimaru for Skags, but I didn't go that far.
Damn, Orochimaru? What was your reasoning for that one?
Just his creation of all the fucking jutsus he made better of other people's stuff. Like the 5-card Niv Mizzet, I told you play the Tybalt, and you end up playing the other creature you liked. I can't remember.
Hey, Tybalt was still in there. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you. I still ran Tybalt.
But you liked the other one better, and just Orochimaru was able to capitalize off other people's techniques and stuff like that. But
or does that make you the Orochimaru, and does that make Skags Kabuto?
No, I think he's probably right. If he puts himself Tobirama, because Tobirama made so many jutsus that just became the foundation for everybody else's.
Yeah.
And that's exactly almost anything that we see in Naruto is created off the back of something Tobirama did.
Yeah, there's some that he didn't, but there's very few. Like Shadow Clone Jutsu, that's a Tobirama thing. Reanimation Jutsu, that is essentially the entire fucking Ninja War.
Yeah, and that's also a Tobirama thing. But the flash step,
flicker,
the body flicker, that's a Tobirama thing.
Thunder Raijin was also Tobirama.
Yeah.
The fucking yeah.
But yeah, no, okay. All right, Q. What do you?
I did you guys right. General Armstrong.
I'm trying to think of one for myself.
Okay, here. I'll go ahead then. This is the one for myself might just be a little bit of a fluff for myself, but I think it's pretty okay.
Choji?
No.
You said fluff.
Like fluff to my ego type shit. Because I was gonna say Madara because I'm a very fucking pessimistic person when it comes to people and like how they are and how they treat each other. And I don't. It was probably between that and like Asuma, because Asuma was just like seemed like a solid dude. He wasn't like over joyful. He wasn't super negative or anything either. But he was just a cool dude. Because I wasn't thinking about it for myself until you started. I don't have a real good one. But so for Q, I would probably pick Jiraiya.
The Pervy Sage?
The Pervy Sage.
You reading the magazines, Q, those books?
I've maybe partaken once or twice.
He's read an article or two. He gets them for the articles.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I mean, homie does like his women. I do know that, but he's also just like a very like joyous dude. Like he's always got something to do to like make people laugh and shit. And Jiraiya just had that like upbeatness about him all the time. Granted, you know, a large majority of his personality was based on like booze and women, and which is not nearly what Q does for the most part. If you see him with a Bud Light can, it's probably cut off and it's got milk in it instead.
I'm recycling, dude. It's just recycling.
Sounds like 09 Chris Jones to me. That's exactly what you described. Booze and women. If you put video games in there, you're set.
But I don't know, and he's just a helpful mother. He's just a helpful man. It's and Jiraiya was whenever he got into it. Like once he got drugged back in by like Naruto and shit. Like he was pretty helpful whenever he wasn't on his benders, pretty much, or if he wasn't feeling horny. For you, Mr. Chris, I was kind of leaning toward like Hiruzen. And just because like there was the leader aspect, we got to see him lead the village more than I think anybody else actually lead it. And he was he didn't necessarily create a bunch of stuff, but he made everything work well. And like he had he could do he could do an ass load of jutsus. I think he had on most of the basic releases
I
for
think he had all 5.
yeah.
They had to retcon because they called him the God of Shinobi.
Yeah,
To
they had to
retcon
retcon him
and
to
change
give
it
that
for
to
Hashirama.
Hashirama. But I mean, when it comes like magic and shit, is you have all the basics that you need, and you can do all the basics very well. You shoot your foot in the same fashion as all three of us do sometimes, with wanting to play, wanting to make weird things and do weird things and such. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you figure out a way to make it work, and that's how Hiruzen was. Hiruzen was the one that got
He's
him.
also sometimes too trustworthy of certain people, like Donzo.
I think he knew what Donzo was up to. He just didn't know how to get Donzo out. I think that was what they
I've
explained.
trusted a few people or done stuff for people that has backfired or hasn't paid off yet.
Yeah, I understand. But that was kind of my reasoning for you with Hiruzen. Is just that, and like you said, you're a very caring dude and like taking care of people if you're able to do it, and that's how Hiruzen was. And I know he let fucking Naruto live in squalor and struggle his ass off, but like that was kind of supposed to be part of the plan, was like, hey, keep this dude on the low, like nobody needs to know he's the fourth Hokage's son and want to go after him and know that he's got the nine tails in him, like look after the dude, blah blah blah, whatever. But yeah, I think that is my. I think that's what I am
What's
going
wrong with
to.
ramen? I can tell you this: the summer going into my junior year, I'm pretty sure, or the summer after my junior year, one time, I lived with my mom at one point, and I ate ramen every fucking day. Like she was not the best parent at that time, so like I had Kool-Aid, I had cereal and water and ramen. Felt Naruto, felt on the ramen.
All right, I'm turning it on its head a little bit because I didn't take enough time to properly get somebody. So I'm giving everybody a tailed beast.
This was Q's idea. Q picked Naruto.
This was my idea, but your boy be forgetting.
So you can't think of anybody for any of us?
I mean, I have some for everybody,
Tailed,
but
tailed beast count. Tailed beast count.
I'm gonna give everybody a tailed beast, and maybe not even necessarily their Jinchuriki is who I'm like equating you to, just the tailed beast itself. So I'm giving Skags. I'm giving you Shikaku, but for a
Well,
very specific reason.
that's when I give Q.
Give me Shikaku?
I'm going based off of Boruto though, so
Okay. Yeah,
Shikaku is
I'm not
fucking
going off
hilarious in
Boruto.
Boruto.
Shikaku for Skags, and then Kuruma for Chris.
Oh, so we're natural born enemies.
Enemies, but ultimately, come together. Opposite sides of the spectrum, but same thing.
Rama helps look after how I said Shikamaru, Shikaku, and Boruto too. Just saying.
And then
I thought for sure you were going to pick. I think it was the Five Tails. Is that the lava one the old dude has?
yeah, that's the one I'm picking for me. Son
I
Goku,
thought
the
for sure you
Four
picked
Tails.
that for somebody, and I thought you picked the Eight Tails for me.
I was gonna do Eight Tailed, but I think the opposite ends of the spectrum. Same goal, but done in different ways was good for you guys. And then I like the monkey.
So why Shikaku? Is it just because I'm
Just
tubby?
because I think it's because he, in the same way where Karuma's like, hey, I've been thinking about this and like this is what I want to do and I'm calculated. Chicago's like, hey, I want to do this and I haven't put much thought into it and I'm not super duper calculated, but we're gonna do it anyway, kind of thing.
Fair enough.
And like I said, in the same way, instead of going about it I think that's why Gaara and Shikaku and Naruto and Kuruma respectively were very compatible, because if Naruto had Shikaku, I think he would have been 10 times worse and 10 times as dangerous as Gaara if Gaara had Kuruma,
Yeah, that's
because
fair
their
enough.
personalities would mesh so much. It would be less like Eddie Brock and Venom and more like Carnage and
Yeah,
Cletus Cassidy.
yeah, they would just want to murder everything.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want. Yeah, you should do whatever you want. And then there it is.
I can get that. I can get behind that. I also love Shikaku because he is very fucking defense oriented. So I'm
And he
happy with
looks
it.
cool.
Yeah,
Looks cool as
he is
fuck.
the coolest tailed beast. I still am planning on getting a tattoo of Shikaku. So
Hell yeah.
So what's the next anime?
ooh. Well, we can't do Bleach
I
because
got
somebody hasn't watched Bleach.
we could do. There's Inuyasha. There is. I'm really drawing a blank on every anime I've ever watched. Sword Art Online. There is.
Akame ga
Yeah.
Kill.
We could get a little crazy and do trainers, Pokemon trainers,
Okay.
Elite Four, or people that you've seen before, and who
I
we'll say the criteria is who best fits what you think. And I've given a little bit of hints in this, but who best fits what the other person would be in the world, and then also give one to yourself, obviously.
I like that. Let's make it Elite Four champions and gym leaders.
Okay.
Only.
Yes. Yeah, you're not giving yourself red.
I wasn't gonna give myself red.
Hold on. I like that, but also if you find somebody who just so perfectly fits, who doesn't fit in that category, just tack them on as like this is who it would be, but because I do have a few in mind as well where I'm like, yeah, I don't think they're gym leaders, but
I'm gonna throw out a disrespectful one real quick because it's not gonna be my choice. Ash for Q.
damn! It's all right. I do like
Because
all my
of
Pokemon equally, and I do respect them all.
Twins in.
I was gonna say because of how Cole talks about Cole is Professor Oak.
Ash wins in the end.
Yeah.
Old Chris could be called Gary. So I mean, we'll see what I come up with.
Gary, he's our man.
All right, so we got time for one more topic. You guys want to talk about the
If it's
PlayStation multi-platform news, or do you want to talk about what would make you want the Xbox handheld?
whichever one's gonna be quickest. We got like maybe 10 minutes.
Leave it up to you because both will be about the same amount of time. It just depends on how fast we talk.
You got the topics, brother. You pull them out.
All right, so we can save the ROG Ally for next time. So recently, I have it pulled up. I've talked multiple times. We've talked about my theory on what the next Xbox console will be with the Steam OS and all that stuff. But there's been a job posting for senior director multi-platform and account management for PlayStation. The overview of this job, as I read it to you, is you'll be reporting to Vice President Commercial Management as Senior Director of Multi-Platform and Account Management. You'll play a critical leadership role in shaping and executing the global commercial strategy for PlayStation Studio software titles across all digital platforms beyond PlayStation hardware, including Steam, Epic Game Stores, Xbox, Nintendo, and mobile. Obviously, I don't need to continue any further because that was the important sentence there. So, by this job posting, after everybody blamed Xbox for putting their games on multiple places, PC, PlayStation, even though Forza Horizon 5, 4, whatever the most recent one is, has been the highest selling game on PlayStation forever. Collabing with Nintendo, putting characters in Smash. So it seems PlayStation is going towards the multi-platform strategy officially now. So after everybody flamed Xbox and Microsoft for a long time, what's your guys' opinions or thoughts on this?
It only makes sense. I mean, we've uh, we've seen this big swing. I feel like we've talked about this before too. We've seen this big swing even with the streaming services. Like it used to be cable TV, and you could rent a movie off TV, and you had to pay DirecTV or whoever for cable, and then you had to pay for certain stations if you wanted it. And then Netflix came out, and the entire um, cable TV market got the bottom blown out of it because no one would waste money paying for TV when they can just get movies or shows. Well, in the beginning, delivered right to your house, but now streamed right into your house. And so then everybody said, man, that's a good idea. There's 800 streaming services now, and now they're all conjoining back together just to make cable
I'll be
TV
right back.
again. So, for video games, I'm surprised that it's taken this long for them to come to the realization that maybe if we just make one platform where everyone can play together regardless of what they have, and just make it a personal preference thing as opposed to a this game is only going to come out on this console, so that's why you have to buy it thing, they would all make more money. I don't see how they didn't see that sooner. So to me, it's not that surprising, but I think it's long overdue, truthfully.
Xbox talks about this multi-platform plan because I don't think this was the plan until they acquired Activision, Blizzard, and King, and they wanted to see uh, returns and big returns as
Yeah.
big corporations want to please their investors and stuff like that and stockholders. So Xbox has always been more fan friendly. Like you don't like you see like you go back and look at the pictures from like LA. I talked to Phil Spencer, the head of Microsoft Gaming. Talked to Sarah Bond, president of Xbox. Aaron Greenberg, head of marketing. Stein, the short bearded guy, he runs social media. Like you see a lot of these people out in the public eye, and is it completely necessary? No, but Xbox has been more fan friendly and wanted to have this push to reach as many gamers as possible on the PlayStation, on the Nintendo, through cloud, the ROG Allies, the Steam Decks. Their games are everywhere. Some of their games are in the Blizzard launcher, I'm pretty sure now, and so it's interesting that PlayStation has done this because when it comes to me, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I've always owned all the consoles. Um, I've always bought PlayStation for my role playing games just for a simple fact. The majority of the time, they always come to PlayStation. They don't always come to Xbox. And I don't like to play big games like that on Nintendo. Nintendo is my Pokemon place. That's my Pokemon home. My Pokemon biome will always be
Yeah.
Nintendo. But I think it's a good thing for gamers. I think I will still buy both consoles next generation because I assume that it's not going to be a day one situation with PlayStation like it would be with Xbox. I think the big releases that come to both Xbox and PlayStation from Xbox specifically, I believe those will be more geared towards shorter releases or day ones. And PlayStation will be, I think, a bigger time release. Now, Nintendo, Doug Bowser, I know there's no way in hell you're watching this podcast, but if by some weird reason your kids, your nephews, your nieces, grandkids, whoever is in your world, Doug Bowser, because that's the guy at Nintendo, um, join the party. The water's nice. It's a heated swimming pool, or if you prefer, it's a jacuzzi. Everybody's invited, Doug. Just join in
And
the water.
nobody's making games like Nintendo anyway. There's no risk of Xbox or PlayStation even coming close to encroaching on anything that they could be doing. At least as far as we've seen in the past couple years.
They're too set up
So,
and set in stone, right? In order to be dethroned off of those games that bring them in money, anyways.
yeah, exactly.
The Pokemon, Mario, Mario Kart, Mario Party. I mean, people have tried, and nobody can knock them off.
Hey, that new Donkey Kong game looks awesome. Like, I want to buy a Switch 2 to play
They
the new
got
Donkey
scared
Kong.
about Power World, though, didn't they? They got so scared about Power World that they had to sue their asses. So we'll see what
Well,
happens.
I think that's just more of that legalese.
I think it's just them being Nintendo, which Nintendo is money grubbing motherfuckers.
Definitely agree with that. So what do you think, Skaggs? PlayStation, multi-platform. What's your opinion?
It was bound to happen eventually. I think we covered it whenever Microsoft came out about everything. I mean, it was going to have to happen. I mean, if you either advance with the times or you get left behind type deal. Because eventually people are just going to choose one of the consoles that can play everything besides your stuff and be happy to be able to play all these games. And I don't know if they're gonna have enough quality games to make everybody be like, I will choose this one with the much more limited library, but with the game that I like better type deal.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll happen.
And Xbox has always tried to be first person out of the gate doing something, and a lot of the times they've shot themselves in the foot. Like when they did the Kinect and they're all about TV. Back when Xbox One came out, they shot themselves in the foot. Luckily, they stuck with Game Pass and cloud, forced PlayStation to change some of their PlayStation Now stuff or whatever their streaming service is called, PlayStation Plus.
Not
I
every
remember.
not every
Go
innovation
ahead.
could be a banger.
Yeah, but that's all I got. And real quick, Nintendo. I don't care what you say. I seen this. I don't know if you guys heard this, but Nintendo came out on their Nintendo whatever news app the other day, and they said that Mario and Peach are just really good friends that would do whatever they could to help each other out. I don't care what you say, Nintendo. We all know my generation, their generation, future generations. We know Mario and Peach are a thing, and they're getting busy. You ain't pulling the wool over nobody's eyes here.
Yeah.
You don't storm a castle if you're not trying to hit, bro.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Q, before we end it, Borderlands 4 isn't $80. It's gonna be the still kind of high 70, but not 80.
Yeah, Randy Pitchford came out and made a smart ass comment after that too, but whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't know all the Borderlands players were so poor.
Yeah, fuck out of here. It's not that we're poor,
Yeah.
it's that we don't feel like your game is worth it.
Yeah. I haven't played a game that's worth $70 fucking dollars right out of the box since 2010.
Yeah.
All these fucking unfinished games that you're selling us for $60 or more is ridiculous.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I am the person that is following me. Just got here, so I do have to go. So, any parting statements from anybody?
Wizards of the Coast, you've ruined one of the funnest games I've ever played in my entire life by printing way too many cards, and I will hark you on that till the day that I die. Please invite me to go do some kind of event or something. That'd be cool.
Wizards of the Coast, I've currently enjoying the game, especially since I found this Helga deck. I like the elementals. Hopefully I get more money in the future so I can play more Legacy.
Wizards of the Coast, I stopped playing your game because of the elementals. All right.
Shit.
Well, I think that was a pretty good episode, and we will be back again and grading each other on Pokemon
Trainers.
Yep. So, all right. Well, it's been Dodgy Yeti, Q, aka Short Round, and Chris, aka C Unit. See ya.